right, we have some original kids here. We have Caitlin, who's been with me since I graduated, and Tyler, who's been with me since I graduated. And there's a few others who aren't here, who have been with me since I graduated. And we have a lot of new faces. And so this is my second little recital. And so how I feel about performing music, I feel like music is something that we do socially that brings everybody together, and it should be something that nobody should be nervous about. Because I know that sometimes performing can seem scary because there's these people here, but these are people who love us, and these are people who, oh, Caitlin's looking at me like this is so cheesy. But really, that's how I feel about performing, because I know that when I was a kid, when I was really little, performing was just a cinch, but then when I got to be a teenager, I started to get kind of nervous about performing, and so I've had some negative experience performing, and I never want, I always wanted it to be a very welcoming atmosphere for anyone that I'm teaching, so I think you guys are going to have fun today. So, with that said, I'll talk a little bit about how we get up and sit at the piano first. I've talked about this with some of you in your lessons. So, whoever's going to be going first, I don't know if the person's going to be, if you're using music today, totally fine. But so you're going to open the stand like this, or I'll open it for you. If you're not using music, then we're going to have the stand shut so you can hear the sound better. So whoever's going first, every child actually is going to come up and put their hand here, and they're going to bow like this, and then stand up. And it's basically our way of saying thanks for listening. And then you'll sit down and you'll play. And after you play, you'll put your hand and bow again.
Mom?
Okay, so who wants to go first? Okay, so Jada's going to go first. And Jada, what are you going to play today, Jada?
I'm going to play the Russian folk song.
Okay, and all right, so you're going to be using music. So we're going to pull the stand out for you. All right, so everybody, welcome Jada. And so who wants to go next? Alex. Okay, so Alex has been studying with me for a couple months, and he's a busy guy. So we haven't had too many lessons together, but one of our lessons, it was his grandfather's birthday, and he wanted to learn Happy Birthday. And so we actually, all of my students, we go over reading and how to read music, because that's really important. But it's also really important to be able to learn music just by listening, right? And so with Happy Birthday, we learned it just by listening and finding out the notes, not using any music. And so this is what we worked out together. So this is Happy Birthday, something we all know. Okay, so who else? All right, I'm glad we've got a volunteer. Okay, so this is Ellie. And Ellie, how old are you now?
8.
Ellie's 8. Okay, and what are you going to be playing for us today?
Rockets go flying.
Great. And Ellie's been studying with me for a couple months, and she's worked really hard. And she didn't play piano at all before we've been working together, so I'm really proud of her. Okay, so why don't we have Henry go next? Henry is Ellie's younger brother. And how old are you, Henry, now?
6.
Okay, he's 6 years old. And he has been studying with me. He didn't know any piano either. And what are you going to be playing today?
Rodeo.
And why did you like rodeo so much? We learned a lot of songs from the lesson book, but Henry liked rodeo the most. It was just his favorite. So he's going to be playing it for us today. So let's hear it. Treat, because not only did Henry play rodeo for us, he also played Russian folk song. They're right next to each other in the book, so it makes a lot of sense. Okay, so Gavin, why don't you go next?
Okay.
So Gavin is Jada's older brother, and they've both been studying with me for a couple months too. And Gavin, what are you going to be playing for
I'll be
for us
playing the
today?
clown.
Okay, good. And when you play this piece, does it sound like there's a clown walking around? Yeah, you guys will notice why this piece is called the clown when he plays. And Gavin's done really well since he started with me, just like all of you guys. So, Tyler, do you want to go next? So Tyler's been studying with me for a while, and today he's going to be playing for us. We're going to be playing Arab dance and mechanical toys, right?
The music or mechanical?
Which one do you want to play first, Tyler?
Arab Yes.
Okay, you need that? Okay. Yeah. Oh, it doesn't miss.
Okay, so we'll use music.
Yeah, it doesn't miss.
So Tyler, whenever he learns songs, I always make up words to them. And all the songs have to have his name in them. They have to be about him. That's how I get him to practice. Okay. All right. Let's take it back.
What's this? What is this?
And the next song, Tyler's going to be playing in the Spring Festival, and it's called Mechanical Toys. And I know Tyler loves playing with mechanical toys. So this song, the words were about how Tyler plays with Legos and how Tyler plays with ninjas. But I'm not going to be singing for you today, but he's going to, let's move the attention a little bit closer here. Okay. All right. Oh, it's okay. Thank you. That sounds really great. And we haven't been working on that piece for very long, but he's just done a really great job with it. Very nice. Okay. So, Mackenzie, would you like to play next? Okay. So Mackenzie is actually my neighbor. She lives right next door. And she's going to be playing two pieces for us today. And what's the first piece you're going to play for us? Minuet in G. And it's a dance, and I'm sure it's very popular. So actually, Caitlin played it last year, so you'll recognize it. But it's a lot of kids play it. And what else are you going to play for us? Boogie Woogie. So that's going to be good too. So both of those are dances, actually. So just different time periods. Oh yeah, go back. worked really hard. She sounds really good. Okay, and I think that Caitlin should go next. Caitlin has been studying with me since I graduated also, and she played in the Spring Festival last year, and she played the minuet in G, and she did really well in the Spring Festival. She also took the theory test and did really well on that too. So she's going to be playing, what are you going to be playing for us today?
Hungarian dance.
By Johannes Brahms. And Jeffrey is my oldest student. I'm very lucky to have him, actually. He's a lot of fun to teach because he plays the stuff that I played when I was in high school too, so it's nice. So Jeffrey, what are you going to play for us today?
Today I'll be playing Confidence.
And it's by Bergmuller, and he wrote a lot of, they're called character pieces because they, you can if you want, because I'm going to talk about it. So this composer wrote a lot for kids, not kids, but like intermediate, early, later intermediate pieces, and they have a lot of character, and so they're actually called character pieces. One of them is called The Storm, and I think we were going to start that later on in this semester. But and it sounds very much like a storm. Oh yeah, and Caitlin started it as well. This one is called Confidence, and it's just a really beautiful piece. And I think that he plays the very musically, so I think that you guys will enjoy how he plays. Yeah, we've come a really long way. And so I'm so impressed actually with Jeffrey because he goes to Woodson right now. And Woodson, I went to Woodson and I remember taking the AP classes there and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of time and it's a lot of work, and he does extracurricular activities and he still finds time to practice, so I'm just really proud of him. Okay, everybody did really well. That is everybody, right? I didn't miss anybody. Okay. I missed myself.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew this was gonna happen. Oh, I don't have anything classically prepared, but what would you guys like to hear?
A Disney one.
A Disney one?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. We have. I'll play one, and you guys might recognize it. Some jazz stuff. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I'm so glad that we were able to make this happen. I know it's hard to find everyone's schedule matching together, and I just think it's really nice to be able to play for others too. Yeah, Maggie, right? All right, so we have pizza and we have lots of food, and now we get to enjoy all our hard work.
Well done.
I think most people get a little nervous unless they're really, really young. But
Let's give them some practice.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll try box music.
This is good.
Intellectually, it's very jazz is very intellectual. Actually.
What happened to me is well, I'll tell you all the story. I ended up getting a teacher when I was just before high school. Had been a played with big band. And I had to come home, and he and his brother had a big band.
Hi, can you play piano?
And what he did is he took 4 guys that he liked. once a month, we always have a section, so we learn how to play the, the scores for the big games. We've always did it together, but we absolutely appreciate that.
My wife is in business.
What's this?
Oh, that's someone's book.
So you don't want to do
Thank you for inviting us. You're welcome.